I know you have prime position to kiss mama. Hey everyone, and welcome to a video about my aquarium. Here she is. Oh no, you're falling. Oh. Okay, we are having some interesting technical difficulties in here because this is not like the prime setup. So currently my tripod is on the bed. My tripod is also broken, so the phone is like held on by an elastic band, but we'll make it work. So this is my aquarium. You may notice when you look at it, you may not, depending. There's no fish in here. There's no fish in that aquarium. So I have been planning to get a fish for about 2 years, maybe? It's been a while. This has only been set up since, when did we move? Like August, September time? September, October, November, December, January. Okay, it's been up for almost half a year. But I don't know, I just haven't gotten to the point where I'm like, yes, the aquarium is perfect, the water is perfect, it's all set up, it's everything, it's how I want it. It's just not reached that point yet. So, in case you're wondering, I want to get a goldfish. Not just any goldfish. I want to get a calico colored fantail fancy goldfish. They are my favorite fish ever. And now you're probably thinking, River, it's a goldfish. It's gonna be so easy to take care of. It's not gonna be fussy. They're so hardy. Like, why are you caring about all this? But it's because I love animals and I love them and I want to make sure it has its own perfect little life and I want to make it happy. But even though there isn't a fish in here yet, we can pretend that the little fish on the background are fish, I guess. No, but there are things alive in here. Not just the plants, which I will talk about, but there are little critters that I did not purchase, I did not ask for, but if you build it, they will come. So I may change angles a little bit and like get some closer shots of things and like get stuff out to show you. Also, me being me, I only gave myself an hour to film this because I have to go to work very, very soon, and an hour is probably pushing it. I was just like, I want to talk about my aquarium. So firstly, I think I'll talk about the maybe boring to you part, which are the plants. So I love plants. I have many a real one, such as this beautiful ZZ plant, which is one of the very first plants I ever got, and it has never had a sad moment in its life. Thank you, ZZ God. I normally suggest one of those if plants always die on you. But in my aquarium, I have some plants, some which are fake, such as this big one, which is suctioned to the back and goes across. It is plastic, it is not real. But the real ones, I have some maybe quirky, weird ones, and some very, very normal ones. Some of you may recognize these tall ones here, which I will give you a better view of. These tall, leafy boys right here are just ye old basic pond plants. I'm going to absolutely butcher the name, but Elodiodensa? Or something. Basically, they were super cheap and they grow really quick and easy and they don't need a lot of care, and I was like, that sounds perfect. Right, so I've taken you off the tripod now to show you closely. These guys have been growing amazingly. You can see here this line kind of thing. My plants are covered in them. Those are roots, which are growing out as he tries to live his best life. And this is not put into any substrate or anything like that. He's just sitting there. You can see, I know it's like a filthy tank at the moment, but it's because they don't have a fish, and I'm just really not giving it the love it deserves. But yeah, you can see the roots at the bottom as well, trying to sprout out. This one is right next to the heater, which is here on the side. So I feel like it has been doing even better, and it's right next to the window, so it's getting that natural light. So he's having a field day. Also, you can see this huge root, just like really going for it. When I first saw it, I was like, what the heck is that? And you can see at the back here as well, a little more roots. Right, so the next plant I want to talk about is called Java moss. I love moss. I really wanted to get some, my thought was that it would kind of be like a pest plant and it would just take over, which is what I wanted. I wanted it to carpet. But I've honestly not been sure if it's okay. How you doing, buddy? Are you growing? Are you happy? Do you like where you live? I don't know. But this is, oh, focus, my Java moss down here on this not so real log. He is covered in strings at the moment because I wanted it to actually stay. And I haven't cut the strings off because I'm not sure if it is stuck to it or not. So I'm just gonna give it all the time it needs to grow and attach. It's been on there for weeks now. It's been a really long time, but I don't know. I'm scared. And the last plant that's in my tank is my favorite plant. It was the very first plant that I got for my aquarium, and I've wanted one for ages, and I love them. I want more. They are dun 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 dun, lmao, or more colloquially known, more well known as mossballs. Right, I'm gonna get one or maybe both out of the tank so I can show you really closely on my hand what they look like. They're so cute. Right, let's get one of them out. Bum 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 bum! So here he is, a little lmao. Try not to drip him everywhere. I'm trying to focus. But it is genuinely just a ball of moss. They're really cute. You can kind of handle them a bit, but make sure you keep them clean. And obviously they need to stay moist or it will die. And if they get too dry or the sun catches them too much, they will start to brown and wilt. It's because they are a plant. I also suggest, if the bottom of your tank doesn't get a lot of like movement, to give them a little push or a little swirl once in a while, because they will get like flat bits instead of staying perfectly round. What's that I hear you say? We're super done with plants and stuff that isn't alive and interesting and doing things. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of hunting to actually find them because I don't know where they are. They're very tiny, while one of them is actually getting quite big, which I didn't expect to happen. But let me do a little hunt and then I will get the wee camera in there. Okay, so this is like the worst angle ever to find him, but there is one snail here in the very corner, which you can't really see. I feel like an actual crazy person trying to find these little snail buggers. They're all super tiny, and even though I have a bare bottom tank, they're usually hiding on the back, and they camouflage so well there. Somebody got a haircut. So I can't find a lot of them, so I may have to come back after work or check like at some other points before I edit this and try and get some shots of them. I got tired of sitting on the floor, so I'm gonna sit on the edge with the aquarium. There's one other thing that I wanted to try, which I've never done before, so this is kind of scary. Because these densa babies are growing so well and have so many roots, I wanted to try and snip them and then get a little bit of sponge around them and tie them up and maybe place them, and so I have more kind of spread out. And also I don't really like the big old root just swinging around. This is by no means a DIY on how to do this. This is an experiment, so we'll see how it goes. If it goes horribly wrong or really good, then I probably will post somewhere like Instagram or something and be like, they're alive or they did. But I thought I would film it anyway, just in case it does go well, or if I do it terribly wrong and someone can be like, this is how you do it, what are you doing? So, of course, as always, I do not have the perfect material for doing this. I have some scissors, they're quite sharp, they're quite big. I have some ye old standard thread. And the only sponge material that I have is little bits of excess filter media, which I don't know if that's a good idea or not. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it looks. I might just trim it and then bin it, but I do feel really bad about binning them. I know that there is quite a big glare here from my studio light, but I have to turn the aquarium lights off so that I can actually see when I look into the tank. Otherwise I'm getting like blinded in the eyes. There's a lot of leaf debris happening, but it'll get sucked into the filter, and if it doesn't, it'll get stuck on the little nib bit, and then I'll just clean that off after. Right, so we now have our possible new plant babies. Maybe, depending on how it goes. Right, so I was using blue string, trying to tie this over a blue towel, so that took forever. And I also realized I have nothing to weigh this down with, so I might have to tie it to something, but I've left all the roots at the bottom. Oh, it's not really a good shot. Left all the roots at the bottom, and then all the leafy bits at the top. I'm assuming this will just float, so I might try and tie it to the log down here. Oh yeah, she's a floater. The sponge is just like extra buoyancy. Okay, so after much struggling, I have managed to kind of wedge some of the plant and the root under this log. So it is staying there for now. I don't know how long it will stay there. I'll show you closer up as well. And I noticed that one of the snails has moved. Also, I shook up loads of leaves and everything, so it's just like floating around. Again, like I said, it'll just get stuck down here, and then I will clean that up afterward. But yes, so this is all trimmed. Well, it's still pretty long, but I trimmed the bits that had roots, and I stuck them. Oh, that's Luna crying. Luna, hold on 1 second, babe. I stuck them just down here next to the other one. Again, leaf litter everywhere, but who do we have down here? Hello, friend. Oh, he hid. I think I came on a little too aggressive. I'm sorry, buddy. Aww. Okay, so hopefully the other snail that is quite big will come out afterwards. If he does, I'll get a little shot of him. But I need to wrap this up because I need to go to work. Like, now. Luna, come here then. Luna obviously has to make her cameo. Oh, you want to check on the fishies? There's no fish. She likes to watch the lmao. Sometimes she'll see them move, just like float a little bit, and she'll be like, "Arr." What are you gonna do when there is a fish in there, babe? Huh? You seen a snail? Luna had a haircut. She's got her spring look on. She's got really short hair. Her face is all cropped in, but we left her tail fluffy because I love her little like donut puffy tail. Oh, you all done? Yeah. Right. Okay, I will say bye here then. Any shots of any of the other snails will be from later. Thank you so much for watching. This is kind of like a random video. I've never really done a video like this before, but I just really wanted to share it, especially if I am gonna take this further and really go into the hobby. Luna's just crying. Hold on a minute. It can't always be about you. It can't. I know you want it to be, but it can't always be about you. If I like really start getting into this, then I want to be able to share it with you guys and maybe show any of the cool, funky stuff that I got going on. She's trying to play with me. Baby. Who's a big baby? But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again, hopefully sooner than this time was. Okay, thank you!